Now, it only took minutes for Jimmy to get set up once he rolled in here at the LSU Fire and Emergency Training Institute. And we're off on Highway 30, and you just follow the smoke, huh?
Definitely follow the smoke.
We're here with Set 'em Off Fire Chief James LeBlanc, and you're in charge of training these Honeywell guys, right?
That's exactly right. Today we have the Honeywell Geismar Brigade here today, and we're doing about 4 or 5 fires before lunch and about 4 or 5 fires after lunch. Basically getting the industrial team at Honeywell up to date and doing our regular fire training that we do every year. And it just so happens that this week is Fire Prevention Week for the state of Louisiana. So a good time to be fighting fire.
Now, Sean's going to be asking about the fires and everything else because he's really interested in that kind of thing. And I'm going to be talking to you about the food because you have Jimmy come out and cook for things like this all the time.
That's correct. Jimmy Babin definitely, with Creative Cajun Cooking, is pretty much my personal chef. Just about every time I have a function in Ascension Parish, in the municipal side or the industrial side, I use Jimmy Babin. And the reason why I like that is because, you know, when you're doing a big training like this and you're training 35 to 40 people, and when you can get a catering company like Jimmy to just pull up, that's got a mobile kitchen where he can just pull up, open up doors, and people can walk through one door and walk out the other and have their food in their hand, you can't beat that kind of service.
Absolutely. Instead of trying to go somewhere when you got so many people and everything, that he just pulls right up and everything was ready in minutes because he was ready to go.
Yeah, and usually I'll call him when we leave in the fire ground and coming up here, but I didn't even call him today, and it took him about 4 to 5 minutes. He was totally set up.
Absolutely, yeah. Now he started early this morning because he was doing the roast pork. You know, you got to slow cook that and all that kind of thing. And we were actually over his place seeing him stir the pot and all that kind of thing. And it didn't take him long. Get it into the pans, get it into the warmers here, and drive on out. Pull on up. Set it up, and you can see the lines are going. He's even got salad and dessert and all that kind of good stuff.
That's right. And what you see is you're seeing about 35 or 40 industrial firefighters from the Honeywell Chemical Plant in Geismar out for some serious training today. And like I said, it's just a blessing to have Jimmy pull up and be able to feed these guys within minutes, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time to get them fed so we can get back out on the fire ground and do some more fighting fire.
And that's what we're going to ask you about next. So we're going to get Sean mic'd up and ask all about how Honeywell trains to fight fires.
All right.
So what kind of fires are we putting out today?
Today we at LSU Fire School learning how to put out some industrial fires, some big industrial fires that take place at, every once in a while at local chemical plants. And today the Honeywell Emergency Brigade is here learning how to put those fires out. And also today is, this week happens to be Fire Prevention Week in the state of Louisiana. So we're also, along with fighting fire over here at LSU all week long, we're also visiting all the local schools and all the local daycares and all the local churches and teaching a little fire prevention this week for Fire Prevention Week.
So what do you teach at the schools?
So when we go to the schools and the churches and the daycares, we teach the children how to get an escape plan out of their house. You know, if they get trapped in their house and the house gets full of smoke, we're teaching them how to get down low and get out of their house. We're teaching them how to get out in the yard and meet their parents at a certain location. Like if you have a tree or a mailbox or a certain spot in your yard, we like to teach the kids that once you get out the house, that's the location to meet your parents. And then we're teaching them how to stop, drop, and roll in case their clothes catch on fire. And of course, we're teaching them what a smoke detector does, how to test a smoke detector, and all of that.
What kind of fires are the Honeywell people putting out today?
Today, the Honeywell people are putting out what's called like hydrocarbon fires, a lot of fuel. So they're using, it's propane and it's diesel. So they're using a lot of water, and they're using a lot of dry chemical extinguishers and stuff like that to put these fires out. Same thing you do at home in case your home would catch on fire. We use water to put it out. Or if you have some kind of a grease fire or something like that, we use fire extinguishers to put it out. So the only difference between what we do at home and what we're doing at the LSU Fire School is these fires are a little bit bigger. And they require a lot more water and a lot more extinguishing agent.
Are the people training today full-time firemen?
Right. The people that are working today, they are full-time employees of the Honeywell Chemical Plant, and they are full-time firefighters for the Honeywell Chemical Plant.
How many people are you training today?
Today at the LSU Fire School, Honeywell is training anywhere between 35 to 40 people.
Dang, that's
full-time firefighters, fighting fire all day today. and eating some good food.
That works up an appetite, huh?
That definitely does. Works up a good appetite to have a good man come here and feed us, and then we go back out and fight some more fires. So this morning we fought like 4 fires, and after lunch is over with, we're going to fight about another 4 or 5. So we'll be here all day today fighting fire.
So I seen some smoke over there in that direction. What's that?
That's what the LSU fire ground has several different props, several different structures that they burn all day long. And what happens is the brigade members, they just jump from unit to unit to unit fighting different types of fires. So all day long we'll be fighting different types of fires.
Chief LeBlanc, what's the most important thing for a 9-year-old to know about fires?
The most important thing that a child should know is, number 1, not to play with them, not to play with fire. And number 2, always know how a smoke detector works. And number 3, always know the proper way to get out of your house. Right now is the proper time to be learning how to get out of your house in case your house catches on fire. Whether it's through a window or, because if you try to get out of a door and there's a lot of fire coming through the door, you need to escape out the window. So right now is the best time for you to be practicing that at home, because fires occur every day throughout the United States, and people need to be prepared, and most children need to know the proper way to get out of their home.
Special thanks to Chief James LeBlanc and his crew for letting us come out and film. We certainly learned a lot, and if you want more information, you can go to our website. Now, when we come back to the show, we'll be on another field trip. We're going to the Woodville Deer and Wildlife Festival for their Wild Game Cook-Off, and we're going to see what kind of dishes they've got for us here on the Outdoor Kitchen Show. Stay tuned.